Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is finally here, and many people are already asking the same question. Is it worth upgrading if you already own the iPhone 15 Pro Max? A lot of comparisons online are focusing on the 16 Pro Max, but let's be real. Most people don't upgrade their phones every single year. Some of you do, but the majority upgrade every 2 or 3 years when contracts end. That's why in this video, I'm going to focus on the iPhone 15 Pro Max compared with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've used both phones side by side for days, and I'll break down everything you need to know. By the end, you'll have a clear answer on whether the upgrade makes sense. Both phones carry Apple's premium design language, but there are some differences in materials. The iPhone 15 Pro Max introduced titanium for the first time. It was light, strong, and felt different from previous iPhones. The iPhone 17 Pro Max takes another direction with aerospace-grade 7000 series forged aluminum. It feels solid, balanced, and more durable for daily use. Some people have reported scratching issues with the new finish, but that's a discussion for another day. The bezels on the 17 Pro Max are slimmer, which makes the screen look more immersive. The camera bump, or as Apple calls it, the plateau, also feels slightly different. It doesn't wobble as much when placed flat on a table compared with the older models. Small details, but noticeable. The display is one of the biggest upgrades. The iPhone 15 Pro Max came with a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR display. It was excellent, sharp, and bright. The iPhone 17 Pro Max goes bigger with a 6.9-inch panel and even thinner bezels. The brightness is also improved. The 15 Pro Max topped out at 2,000 nits outdoors, while the 17 Pro Max reaches 3,000 nits. This is a big difference in direct sunlight. Reading messages, browsing, or framing photos outside is easier without squinting. Both models support 120 Hz ProMotion, HDR, and True Tone, but the 17 Pro Max adds ceramic shield on both sides and an anti-reflective coating. In day-to-day use, the coating is subtle, but the added brightness is something you can notice right away. Performance is another area where Apple has pushed forward. The iPhone 15 Pro Max was powered by the A17 Pro chip with 8 GB of RAM. That chip was one of the biggest leaps Apple had made, and it still feels very fast. The iPhone 17 Pro Max takes it further with a new A19 Pro chip and 12 GB of RAM. The extra RAM makes multitasking smoother and more future-proof for upcoming iOS updates. Benchmark scores clearly show the difference, with higher Geekbench and Antutu results on the 17 Pro Max. But let's be clear, the 15 Pro Max is still very capable. It handles apps, games, and demanding tasks without any problem. The 17 Pro Max just has more power for the years ahead. Now, let's move on to cameras, which is where Apple has made the biggest improvements. The iPhone 15 Pro Max had a 48-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 5x telephoto lens. The iPhone 17 Pro Max upgrades all 3 rear cameras to 48 megapixels. This makes every lens more consistent, with sharper detail and cleaner shots. When testing zoom, the 15 Pro Max gave you 0.5x, 1x, 2x, 5x, and digital zoom up to 25x. On the 17 Pro Max, you get 0.5x, 1x, 2x, 4x, 8x, 10x, and digital zoom up to 40x. The results at higher zoom levels are surprisingly clear. The front camera also got an upgrade from 12 megapixels on the 15 Pro Max to 18 megapixels on the 17 Pro Max. Selfies look sharper and low-light performance is improved. It's also easier to switch between portrait and landscape framing, which is handy for content creators. On the video side, both phones perform well, but the 17 Pro Max adds more flexibility. The 15 Pro Max supported up to 15x digital zoom in video, while the 17 Pro Max goes up to 24x. Apple also introduced a dual video mode, letting you record with both the front and rear cameras at the same time. It's fun to use and adds more creative options. Another area of improvement is cooling. The iPhone 17 Pro Max introduces vapor chamber cooling. While I'm not a hardcore gamer, I noticed the difference during long sessions of recording and running benchmarks. The phone stays cooler than the 15 Pro Max, which helps sustain performance over time. This is especially useful for video editing, gaming, or exporting large files. Battery life has also taken a step forward. The 15 Pro Max already had excellent endurance. Many Android flagships struggled to match it. But the 17 Pro Max does even better, thanks to a larger battery and the efficiency of the A19 Pro chip. I managed about 8 hours of screen on time compared to 6 to 7 hours on the 15 Pro Max. This makes the 17 Pro Max one of the longest-lasting iPhones yet. Charging is faster as well. The 15 Pro Max supported up to 30 watts, while the 17 Pro Max now supports up to 40 watts. With the right adapter, you can get to 50% in about 20 minutes on the 17 Pro Max. The 15 Pro Max took closer to 30 minutes. MagSafe charging has also improved, jumping from 15 watts to 25 watts on the 17 Pro Max. This means even wireless charging is noticeably faster. Both phones now use USB-C with USB 3.2 support, which means up to 10 gigabits per second transfer speeds if you use the correct cable. For storage, both start at 256 gigabytes. The 15 Pro Max maxed out at 1 terabyte, while the 17 Pro Max can now go up to 2 terabytes. For most people, 2 terabytes might sound unnecessary, but if you shoot a lot of ProRes 4K 60 frames per second video, that storage can fill up quickly. On the software side, both phones run iOS 26 and have the same features right now. But the difference will appear with future updates. With the extra RAM and the more powerful chip, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is more likely to keep all features for longer, while the iPhone 15 Pro Max may eventually lose support for some advanced functions. So what's the bottom line? The iPhone 17 Pro Max brings a brighter and larger display, improved cameras across all lenses, faster performance, better cooling, longer battery life, faster charging, and more storage options. It's clearly the more advanced phone, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max is still excellent. It's powerful, premium, and will remain relevant for years to come. If you already own it, I wouldn't recommend rushing to upgrade unless your contract is ending and you can afford it. If you're on an iPhone 14 Pro Max or older, the iPhone 17 Pro Max makes a lot more sense as a worthy upgrade. And that's it for today's comparison. Do you think the iPhone 17 Pro Max is worth upgrading to? Or is the 15 Pro Max still good enough? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Spec Hunter, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.